WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. You can find the live stream online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. I'm here in studio with the co-chairman of the Blue Mound Fall Festival, occurring Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, August 4th, 5th, and 6th. I have co-chairman Tom Ritter here in studio. Great to have you along, Tom.
Glad to be here.
So how long has the Fall Festival for Blue Mound been around?
The first Fall Festival was in 1910. Back then, it was later into the fall, usually September or even October, but because of schools and everything else moving their schedule up, our Fall Festival actually is taking place here the first week of August.
Traditionally, is it always held in August?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Usually we're the second week, but
Mhm.
this year we moved it up a week to we were able to finally get a carnival after going a few years without it, having to use the inflatables, and a lot of people wanted rides, traditional rides back. In fact, we're having Connor Amusement, which was here at the Christian County Fair.
So you'll have actual traditional rides
Yes.
at the Blue Mound Fall Festival.
Yes.
How much does it cost to ride?
I have no clue.
No idea. Are you guys operating on a wristband system?
Yes,
Or?
there'll
Okay.
be wristband system.
Okay. Do you know how much the wristband costs?
No, I don't.
That's all right. Traditionally, anywhere for those at home, it can cost anywhere from $5 to $20, just to give you an idea. But that wristband will give you access all day long, I'm
Right.
sure.
And it depends on how long the session is.
Right, of course. Well, you guys have a lot of events coming up starting Thursday. That seems to be your big kickoff, including, lots of stuff in the park. Tell me a little bit about all the activities in the park at 6 o'clock.
We hold our festival in Wise Park, which is a square block within the city, not too far off, only a block off Route 48. We're kicking off at 6 o'clock with on stage. We're having opening ceremonies, and we introduce our Grand Marshal, who this year is Roberta Gordon. She has been very active with the Fall Festival and numerous things. Anytime there's something in the community, she's involved. And we're happy to have her as our Grand Marshal, and we'll introduce her on stage. And we also let the Grand Marshal have their choice. Our festival makes a $500 contribution to the charity of their choice, and she has chosen the Blue Mound Food Pantry.
Tell me a little bit more about your 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
It's been canceled.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to
They
bring that up.
they had some lack of entries early, so they had to forgo that. But later on Thursday night, we're going to have our beauty pageant and different age groups. And then at 8 o'clock, Dr. William Mitchell, who's a hypnotist, but is well known in the area. He was at Stonington Baptist Church for several years as minister, and I think he's down at Carlinville preaching now, but kind of odd combination, preacher and a hypnotist. But he puts on a good show.
Yeah, he does. I've seen him at Stonington Summerfest. He did a really good job.
And we're looking for volunteers, so we're looking for you to show up.
You want me to be the guinea pig for the hypnotist?
Yes.
I might think about it. It sounds fun. Tell me, are you familiar? How familiar are you with the beauty pageant categories?
Not at all.
Okay, so then we'll move on. But I do understand you have some music entertainment in the pavilion Thursday night as well.
Yes, each night, the Doyle family, who's from Blue Mound, they DJ Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So there's basically a youth dance within the pavilion.
Okay. And then Friday morning, 10 o'clock, youth games. That's still happening, I would presume?
Even before that, not in the booklet, our Lions Club holds their annual golf outing over at Mawiko Golf Course
Okay.
We have quite a few people come back just to buddy up with their friends and have a good round of golf.
Still looking for entries at this time, or
I'm sure they would take them.
Mm.
But at 10 o'clock, we have our youth games at the Pleasant View Township Community Center, which most people know as the old grade school. And kids have, they run numerous races, forwards, backwards, by age groups. And, they're going to win 50 cents or so, a lot of times a quarter even for competing. And then they're supposed to come prepared to get wet, because as soon as it's over, the fire department has the fire truck down there, and they're shooting water up in the air out over the field in the fine mist. And the kids, we did that last year for the first time, and the kids just loved it.
I mean, for Friday too, temperatures mid 80s, sunny skies, fitting to have the fire trucks spraying water on the kids.
Yes.
Cool them off.
Yes.
That'll be a lot of fun. In the afternoon as well, there's a lot going on Friday, especially. Tell me a little bit more about some of the Friday's events.
Friday, we start serving pork chop dinner at 4 o'clock in the pavilion. Pork chop, cheesy potatoes, green beans,
nice.
I think roll, drink, etc.
How much does it cost?
$13 for a one chop meal and $15 for a two chop meal.
Okay, save a little bit of money, or get a good deal rather when you get two.
And good fellowship. And also about 5 o'clock, bingo starts up, concessions, the carnival rides start, and bingo is always a big thing at the Blue Mound Fall Festival. Two cards for a quarter. You cannot beat that deal.
That's really good.
You can sit there all evening and have some pretty cheap entertainment and a chance to win back a little money.
What kind of prizes are available? You mentioned the money, but what else?
A lot of businesses have donated. They'll do a barber will give a free haircut. There's a lot of them donate cash, and then they different restaurant gift certificates they'll play for. And of course, the big thing each night is the blackout bingo, and especially on Saturday night, because it's usually for $50, but people chip in, and usually playing for $200, and no limit on the number of cards you can have, and it's one of the big excitements for the festival.
That's Saturday night, especially for the blackout.
Yeah,
you're gonna have blackout rounds every weeknight, every night.
Yeah, the last game, 10:30, 11 o'clock Thursday night, and probably 11:30 Friday and Saturday.
That's a great time. What kind of concessions do you have available at the Blue Mound Fall Festival?
We have a lot of traditional ones, local vendors. Lions Club has steak sandwiches. Firemen have pork burgers. The Zion Chapel Methodist Church has their famous lemonade shake-ups. The Masonic Temple has usually nachos and cotton candy. Our local restaurant, Dip and Merv's, has a concession stand with numerous sandwiches. And then there's a lot of vendors there also selling miscellaneous things.
I understand every night you have DJ entertainment in the pavilion, but
Yes.
Friday night you also have a couple of bands starting at 6 o'clock.
Yes, Remnant Band is a church just located outside of Blue Mound, the old Bethel Church. They have a praise band, and they're going to be kind of the warm-up act for the evening. And then following that on stage, the Kramers, which is a pretty well-known gospel group. They bring a nice crowd with them, which is great.
Well, let me reintroduce you here, and we'll talk more about the Blue Mound Fall Festival coming up August 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Blue Mound. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm here with co-chairman of the Blue Mound Fall Festival, Tom Ritter. More from him after this short break, right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station. WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Glad to have you along. Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm here in studio with the co-chairman of the Blue Mound Fall Festival, Tom Ritter. Glad to have you here, Tom.
Thank you.
So the Blue Mound Fall Festival taking place August 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we talked a lot about the Thursday and Friday events. Didn't get to Saturday. So how does Saturday start, Tom?
Saturday, the Masonic Lodge at their facility, somewhat downtown Blue Mound, just a block off Route 48, has their pancake and sausage breakfast. A lot of pretty good crowd always show up for that. And after that, the next thing is we have parade lineup at 10 with our parade kicking off at 11. It kicks off from our elementary school at the south end of Blue Mound, and usually a pretty good parade lineup.
Could you describe the parade route for me?
Goes from the school up Lewis Street. Traditional goes up to Niles Street, cuts across in front of the bank. If you need a landmark, turns that corner and comes heads back St. Marie Street back into the back parking.
Oh, we got the live radio alert, and there we go. All right.
Okay.
The live weather alert. Anyway, Prairie Street, as you meant, is that something I heard you say?
St. Marie.
St. Marie Street. Okay.
And finishes back in the parking lot at the school. Usually
okay.
a pretty good lot of floats. Roberta Gordon, our Grand Marshal, kicks it off with the scouts and honor guard and the like. Lots of fire trucks, a lot of sirens, lots of candy thrown.
About how long is the parade? And, more or less than an hour?
Less than an hour.
Little less than an hour, between a half hour and an hour.
Yeah, probably 45 minutes.
That's a very nice parade for a small town of Blue Mound.
Yes. Last year, I had a class reunion, and so I hopped on a float and rode with it. And the first time I'd actually seen people along the route, and I was amazed at the number of people parked along the parade route. How good turnout.
Oh, I beg your pardon. How early would you recommend trying to pick out a spot? An hour before?
I don't think they need to be a half hour, 15 minutes
15
somewhere.
Minutes. Okay. All right. Well, the parade sounds like a great time. And it really celebrates what the Blue Mound Fall Festival is all about, coming together.
That is right.
Yeah.
It's a homecoming. We have a lot of people come back for it. A lot of class reunions from our high school. I know 20 or 30th classes are having reunions, as well as the 50th and 60th. And they tend to congregate at the park. Some of them have, we have one group meeting at the community center that we're catering our chicken dinner down to. And that brings a lot of people back into Blue Mound you normally don't see.
Speaking of the chicken dinner that's occurring at 4 p.m., I understand your family is helping out with a lot of that. What can you say about it?
We've our family has pretty well done the chicken for a number of years. I did a number of years with another gentleman who has since passed away, but we're cooking about 200 chickens. The chickens are quartered, and I think it's $10 for a quarter of a chicken, and $12 for a half a chicken, which is a lot of chicken because they're good sized pieces. And there's tomatoes and potato salad and all the trimmings, and you get a drink with it also.
What else would you like to say about Saturday's events? The list is pretty expansive. We only have a couple minutes, so maybe just go through the list if you would.
Okay. We got a bags tournament that be taking place in the afternoon, as well as a car show. We'd had a car show a few years ago, and we brought that back this year. Tends to bring a big crowd. And we also have kids pedal pull, tractor pedal pull with the sled, just like the big time tractor pullers.
Right.
And, tends to draw a big crowd. And then Saturday night, we have the Silver Lake Band will be on stage at 7:00.
All right. Anything going on Sunday, or it is the wrap up on Saturday?
It really wraps up on Saturday. All our churches have their traditional worship service, but then at 11:00, firemen serve hot dogs and hamburgers for a donation in the park, which is kind of the wrap up.
Anything else, Tom, that you'd like to say about the Blue Mound Fall Festival coming up August 4th, 5th, and 6th?
Just come on down and enjoy it. We're family friendly. If you're coming for a beer tent, we don't have that, but we presume, a very good environment for kids and families.
That is co-chairman of the Blue Mound Fall Festival, Tom Ritter. Thank you so much, Tom.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
And make sure you go on out to the Blue Mound Fall Festival, August 4th, 5th, and 6th in Blue Mound. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Find those streams online on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV.